So tell me your deepest, darkest secret.
Pass.
Come on, pass. I want to know.
I want you to know. Come on, let's take it easy. Wow. It's bigger than I expected.
Yeah, I used to love coming here as a kid.
Which way's our road? I want to unpack before we do anything else.
You trust me, right?
I mean, yeah, of course.
Then tell me.
No, thank you. I assume the master bedroom is upstairs.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen, big guy.
I'll tell you mine if you tell me yours. Final offer.
I don't want to know yours. I want us to like each other.
Hey, I believe as of Monday, we now love each other.
Mm-hmm. And I want to keep it that way.
I just figured that if we're ready to go away for a weekend together, that we're ready to tell each other these kinds of things, huh?
Oh, yeah? Is that what you just figured?
Makes sense to me.
I'm sure it does.
So let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get heavy.
I don't want to get heavy, Michael. I want to nest. This is my favorite part about going away.
It is?
Mm-hmm. Getting cozy somewhere unfamiliar. What's your favorite part?
The going away. Come on, let's take a break. Oh, let's have a drink. We just drove like 6 hours.
Can I get a 20-minute rain check?
No, you may not. House rules. Actually, first a tour, then a drink, then the chores.
House rules. 10 minutes, then you can show me around.
No can do. You are already on the tour. First stop, the master bedroom, where I hope to make a considerable impression.
Oh, I see. You brought me up here to seduce me.
It's also a house rule to get seduced during your stay, so.
Well, I bet that made the family trips pretty awkward.
It did. Back here behind you is the back patio. This is the upper balcony. View is killer. Staircase connects these patios on each floor. Back through here is the most luxurious bathroom in the world for all your nose powdering needs and whatnot. Through here are some spare bedrooms, bathroom at the end of the hall.
Can't get over the decor.
Yeah, grandparents have good taste.
Ooh, I'd say.
Help yourself. This fireplace, sitting area, this is where the kids always played while the adults got drunk. And here is another back patio. I used to love sitting out here and looking at deer and stuff. Thanks. Oh, right here is where I will showcase my second most memorable skill set.
You better. I did not come all this way for TV dinners.
Don't worry, we're feasting this weekend. Oh, hang on. Through here are just some extra bedrooms. It's where the kids always stayed.
Yeah, you know, I think that this is the most exciting part of the tour so far.
Well, it's where the magic happens, so.
Okay.
Down here is the den. It's got an entertainment center, which is pretty cool, but there's no cable or internet up here, so we're kind of stuck with my grandparents' DVD collection. Hope you don't mind. And this is a bathroom, and this is the last bedroom. I used to come hide in here whenever I wanted to be alone. Never worked though. That's a back patio on the ground floor, and well, that's pretty much it.
I'm so jealous you got to come here as a kid.
You should be. I mean, it was awesome.
Well, there is actually one perk for me that you never had on any of your trips.
And what is that?
The world's most amazing and handsome tour guide.
Ooh, now who's seducing who? Huh?
I'm just calling it how I see it.
Love. Oh, there's one more thing that I have not told you about this room.
What's that?
This is the place where you tell me your deepest, darkest secret.
Hey, we were having a nice moment.
We still are.
Nope. Not having this conversation. I just want to enjoy each other's company and be in love.
Isn't telling each other these kinds of things a part of being in love?
Okay, this isn't like when you asked me my most embarrassing moments. That I could handle.
Oh, you can handle this. Come on. I believe in you.
Yeah, well, it's not fun stuff.
I want to know everything about you, not just some fun stuff.
Another time?
You love me, right?
Very much.
And you trust me.
Yeah.
Then what's the holdup?
I don't want to. Okay? Like, things are going well here. I don't need to give you reasons to rethink this half a day's drive from home.
Oh my God. Is what we have so superficial that you think you can tear it up just with one little story?
Probably not.
Then let's do it. Come on, let's get heavy. Let's get vulnerable.
Vulnerable?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. It means that much to you.
Okay, awesome. So, our last stop on the tour is Gabby's memories.
Oh, wait, what's yours? You said that you would tell me yours first.
But I said that like 20 minutes ago, so it's not really that big
You
of a...
said. So, I'm cashing in on that offer fair and square.
Okay, but you have to promise me that you're gonna tell me after. Okay, so when I was in college, I was in this play, right? I played a soldier. The costume was legit. And so in between semesters, I had to fly home, and I got the bright idea to wear my costume to the airport. I never thought it would work. It did work, and not only for getting onto the plane, but once I was on there, a lady got up and offered me her seat. And that is still the only time I've ever flown first class.
It's not that bad.
Of course it is. You can't impersonate the military in real life. It's like a crime or something.
I mean, I wouldn't put that on your resume or anything, but if that is your deepest, darkest secret, you're pretty clean, dude. Yeah, I can't tell you mine now. It's way worse.
Oh, you promised.
You can't prove that in a court of law.
Hey, I trusted you.
Okay. So, you remember how I had told you my mom had died unexpectedly a few years back?
Sure.
Well, wasn't that unexpected?
Oh my God, you killed your mom? That is way worse than my story, you're right.
You goof. But, I knew she was dying. Well, she told me she was, but I didn't believe her. Yeah, she was a drinker since way before I was born. I'm sure you can fill in the blanks about what that was like. So I left home as soon as possible, moved across the country, tried my best not to have any contact, but every once in a while, she would call me with some melodramatic problem that could only be fixed by me agreeing to see her. This one time she called and said it was cancer. She wanted to apologize to me in person, leave the earth on a high note. It's always bullshit. Always. But this time, anyways, I told her to stop calling me, as usual. And a month later, I get a phone call from my sister with funeral dates.
You couldn't have known.
Well, I shouldn't have taken the chance.
It's a big step up from killing her, though, right?
Hey, will you take me to one last spot before we conclude the tour?
Yeah, where's that?
Whatever the best spot is in this place to get stoned. I'm glad you let me twist your arm.
I'm not like a total square or anything. I just haven't smoked since college.
You know I'm not like a stoner, right? I just thought this would be fun to do together this weekend.
You were right.
I was right.
This will be a weekend to remember. I can feel it.
I hope so.
You feel significant. This feels significant.
That is just the weed.
All I know is that you make me feel things I didn't know people actually felt.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This is unparalleled.
You're the sweetest man.
You are overwhelming. Look at me.
I am looking at you.
No, I mean, look at me. I want us to see each other, really see each other.
Okay.
No, don't stop looking at me. I love you.
I love you too.
And keep on looking at me. Do you trust me?
Yeah, of course.
No, not of course. It's dismissive. Soul to soul, do you trust me?
I mean, you haven't given me any reason not to.
I'm not asking if I've given you a reason not to. I'm asking if you trust me. Different questions. Don't stop looking at me.
I'm looking at you.
Look deeper, look deeper. Do you trust me?
Michael,
No, don't overcomplicate it. Soul to soul, look at me. Do you trust me?
Yes.
Completely.
Yes, completely.
Good.
I just want to know what's going on in that head of yours.
That's not being in the moment. That's being in your head. I need you here with me, okay? This is important. I love you.
Oh God, you are not proposing.
No, don't worry about that now. Just look at me in the eyes.
Let's go back to dancing.
This is a kind of dance.
You're cute. I like the dance you were doing before better.
Here. There, happy now? This is important to me. Don't wonder about why, or what we were doing, or what I might do. There's only right now, okay?
I'm so confused.
That's okay, because you love me, and you trust me, and you won't stop looking at me.
This is a little intense.
I know, but it has to happen.
What has to happen?
I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's something. You have to look at me.
I don't understand.
Right now. There are only your eyes, my eyes, and the souls behind them gazing at each other. Gabby, this is the most important night of your entire life. If you love me, you trust me, I need you to look at me.
Okay.
Yes, you're getting it. I love you.
I love you.
This is bigger than the both of us.
What are you talking about?
Something is happening.
Michael, you're scaring me.
That's okay, because everything is as it needs to be. Look at me.
I am.
No, don't just look at me with your eyes. That's it. I love you.
I love you.
Gabrielle, listen to me. God is here.
As in, like, God is love? Or...
No, God. The God.
I didn't know you were religious.
I don't know why I said that. Because he's here. He is here.
Okay, I guess God is everywhere if you believe in that sort of thing.
No, it's much more specific than that. He's here right now.
Okay, pull it up. Where's he hiding then?
Do you not recognize your Lord?
What is this?
An opportunity.
What are you saying exactly?
You know what's happening here. You're only phrasing it as a question because you don't like the answer.
Are you trying to tell me you're God?
Not trying. I am.
No. Nope. I don't like this game.
There's no game. You and I need to have a somewhat intense conversation.
Okay. I am too high for this right now. You are freaking me out.
I know, kid. Unfortunately, there's not really a way around that, but in matters of extreme urgency, such as this one, it's the only way.
Okay, Michael, what's happening here?
Michael isn't present. This isn't going to be what you want to hear, but it is the truth. There is a God, and right now he's communicating with you through your boyfriend. This is a direct experience with the Creator. Yours truly. The sooner you wrap your head around it, the sooner we can get to the matter at hand.
The matter at hand?
You're in a predicament, Gabrielle. I'm here to help you out of it.
Okay, do you have any idea how much you're creeping me out right now?
I do, but I need you to give in to the experience. We don't have much time.
We have all weekend, so how about you drop this now, and if you still want to play God tomorrow, we will revisit it.
I'm the only person you'll ever meet that isn't playing God, actually.
Oh, yeah, well, what are you calling what you're doing right now then?
I am that I am.
Okay, I am gonna go and take a shower, and you are gonna sit down and have a drink. When I get back, we will watch a movie and forget about whatever joke you're trying to make here.
Look at me. Does anything in me seem like I'm joking?
You are making me seriously uncomfortable.
That's normal. It gets worse before it gets better if you don't give in.
Holy shit, do you actually genuinely believe what you're saying?
The question is whether or not you do. I know who I am.
You are actually crazy.
You've been with Michael for 4 months. You know that he isn't crazy.
Yeah, well, I thought I did. If you're not crazy, then you're a fucking psychopath.
You don't believe that. Trust your instincts on this. Michael's a good man.
Good men don't pretend to be God.
Exactly. Your heart knows Michael isn't crazy or evil. Your mind just won't let you accept the alternative. Trust your heart on this one. It'll take you further.
Oh, yeah, and throw out all rationality.
No, don't throw it out. Contextualize it. Can you find love with an equation? Can you cure cancer with friendship? This is a matter for your heart.
Thanks. I followed my heart to you, and it seems it led me to a manipulator.
You don't believe that. Not 5 minutes ago, you told Michael you trusted him completely.
That was before you pulled whatever the hell this stunt is.
Or it was before you had a reason to doubt him. Is trust only in the absence of doubt ever really trust?
This isn't doubt. You are actively breaking my trust.
You're free to make that judgment. I'm still going to give you the information. The choice of what to do with it is yours alone.
Listen to me. I am officially calling it. Both this game you're playing and the two of us.
It's happening. And it is happening for a reason. You're in danger.
You're threatening me?
I'm alerting you. You're going to die before the end of this weekend, and you are not prepared.
You know, you can't do this.
Listen to me very carefully. After death, there comes a judgment. There's a real heaven and a real hell. They're both everlasting. I've given you this life, and on Sunday, it will finish. If you die as you are now, it's hell that awaits you. I will not be denying your soul heaven. By rejecting me in this life, you have denied me your soul. Having given you a free will, I will respect the choice you make with it, but I don't want that fate for you, Gabrielle. I love you. I created you. When this life is complete, it's my wish for you to come home.
Great. Are you done?
Mm-hmm.
Or do I need to tell you another time that I am not interested in whatever it is you're doing here?
That's the problem, though. See, your lack of interest doesn't change your predicament. We can have this conversation now, or we could have it on the other side. Despite what that feels like, it's much better if we have it right now.
What do you want from me with this?
I don't want anything from you. I want you. I want us to have each other.
Is this your MO, dude? You woo girls and then bring them up to your cabin to kill them unless they worship you? Oh my god, you're actually gonna fucking kill me, aren't you?
You would rather believe that your boyfriend has spontaneously become a serial killer than accept that your creator loves you and has come to plead with you to come home?
Only one of those things has anything to do with reality.
How do you know?
Because I live in the world. I see a lot of fucked up people, not so much the other thing.
There's a great very much that isn't seen and is still true.
Maybe, but this is a joke. You were trying to get me to buy into something literally impossible.
No, I'm asking you to recategorize what you hold to be impossible.
Well, that's impossible.
You have two choices. You can either trust in Michael's character and understand that this is within the power of a sovereign God and come home to me on Sunday, or dismiss the present situation because you're uncomfortable or skeptical and spend the next 2 days believing that what I've said is impossible, only to find out that this was your last lifeline from the darkness. You will plead with me. You will tell me you couldn't have known. You will bargain and apologize and weep. And it will break my heart to tell you that it was too late.
Yeah, well, what's breaking my heart is finding out that you're not who I thought you were. I loved you, man.
This is love. This is love. Sooner or later, you'll understand that.
I want my fucking boyfriend back.
Hey, what's wrong? Whoa, I'm sorry if that got a little intense.
Intense? You're an insane person.
I think that's a little harsh. I just thought that would be romantic, honestly. I wanted to have, a moment.
Well, then with your next girlfriend, maybe don't ruin the moment by telling her she's gonna die unless she fucking worships you.
Next girlfriend, what are you talking about?
I am not gonna be a part of this mind game. It's that simple. I hope you had your little fun and that it was worth ruining a good thing for. A really good thing, Michael.
I didn't mean to ruin anything.
Well, at least you're responding to Michael again.
Of course I am. I guess I went a little too far trying to create some I don't know, intimacy. It was just misplaced affection.
Is that what you call it? Misplaced affection? Because from over here telling me that I'm going to hell is about as far from affectionate as it fucking gets.
I have no idea where this is coming from.
I see. God is gone, and Michael doesn't remember anything from when God was here. Am I basically getting it?
If you get what's going on, that makes exactly one of us.
You said that you're God, that I'm gonna die on Sunday. You told me that I'm going to hell 2 minutes ago.
No, I didn't.
What? Say it? You just spent the last 5 minutes.
I believe you. If that's what you say happened, that's what happened. I must have blacked out or something. I don't know why I would have said any of that.
I'm not buying the aw shucks routine here, man. You're taking me home in the morning.
Of course I will, but you have to believe me. I don't remember anything that you're saying.
Okay, well then you're mentally ill. Pot doesn't make people think that they're God.
You're right. Yeah, something has to be wrong with me then. I'm so sorry. I'll take you home tomorrow, and I'll go see a doctor.
Do what you have to do. I just don't want to be a part of it.
Intentional or not, it's my fault. My issue. You don't deserve to be swept up in it.
Do you think having another drink would calm your nerves and make things worse? Michael?
He's a good man. Saddle him with this, and he will carry the guilt with him for the rest of his life. He'll be in and out of psychiatrist offices. He'll fear having a drink with friends, worried that he could slip back into this God persona and threaten them. He will forever pair truly opening up to and loving someone with this episode. It will keep him from ever trusting himself with falling in love with another woman, from getting married, from having children. Is that what you want for him?
Michael, you're having another episode. Are you in there somewhere?
Michael doesn't know I'm doing this. I need you to believe. Not just for your own sake, but because I need you to be the one to convince Michael that I was here.
But you aren't here. You are a hiccup in Michael's brain.
That's easier to accept, isn't it? If that's what you insist is happening, you don't have to adjust your reality. You wouldn't have to face the creator you've rejected. You wouldn't be dying on Sunday. Look, I understand the appeal of denial, don't get me wrong, but all it's really doing is making the final moments of your walk into damnation more comfortable.
This feels very real for you, doesn't it? You genuinely think you're God.
You won't even consider the alternative. Yes, this could be a mental illness, or it could be exactly what I'm telling you it is.
No, it really couldn't.
Why not? Why couldn't God do exactly this if he wanted to?
Okay, I'm not saying that a theoretical God couldn't do this hypothetically.
You're just saying he isn't.
Exactly.
And you know what God's been up to, do you? You've been keeping tabs on him?
I don't even believe in God, dude.
All the more reason he would need to come to you in the days before your death.
And how would he do that if he doesn't exist?
And you know he doesn't exist. How? How have you managed to determine with such certainty that a being entirely separate from your sphere of perception doesn't exist? Did you manage to check outside your reality from inside and determine that I'm not there? How are you so sure?
Because it's ridiculous.
If not being ridiculous were a prerequisite for truth, nobody would believe in the platypus.
Okay, well, if I could only know a platypus existed by speaking to one through my boyfriend, I would probably be skeptical. Yeah.
You know what I think? I think you reject me not because you've scoured through infinity and determined my absence, or because I'm some impossible concept, but because you don't like me. You don't want me to exist because it puts an authority over you, and you don't want to be held accountable for what you do in this life.
That's not true.
Well, you don't believe in the person standing in front of you, so forgive me if I don't take you as an authority on truth.
I know what's true about me.
You know it feels true to you.
Okay, yeah, well, when we're talking about what I believe, that's the same thing.
Great. Then by your logic, if this is a hiccup in Michael's brain, but it feels true to him, that makes it true. God is simultaneously here and not here. He exists and he doesn't. What a world.
Obviously, that doesn't make sense.
But it's possible, according to your standards. So, what does that tell you?
You know, be as clever as you want, this doesn't change the fact that this isn't something that can happen in real life.
The fact, you better be sure that that's absolutely true before you go gambling your eternity on it.
Well, you're rigging the game, man. There are no absolute truths.
Oh. Is it absolutely true that there are no absolute truths?
I guess not.
Then you could be wrong. There could be absolute truths.
Sure, I could be wrong.
So you admit you don't know as much as you're insisting.
Yeah, maybe I don't, but neither do you.
God could know what was absolutely true, though, couldn't he?
Yeah, hypothetically, but you aren't God.
You already said that if there was a God, he could do this. So why are you still so closed off? If I had to wager a guess, which I don't, I'd say it's because it focuses a spotlight on you. You want Michael to be crazy because then he's the problem here. Are you avoiding this because you know that a moral and just judgment of your entire life would condemn you? Are you shuddering from looking into the face of your mortality because somewhere in you, you know you deserve to go to hell?
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I remember hearing that indulging someone's delusions only makes them worse, so I'm not going to engage with you any further.
As long as you can fit whatever's happening here into your mental schema of psychosis, you will continue to push me out. You see how that's a problem? As long as God isn't the only possibility for you, you choose the alternative. It doesn't matter if that means turning the image of the man you love into a mental patient or a manipulator. It's better anything else than this truly being me, right?
Okay, God. I hear you. You're upset with me. You want to talk to me about it. Why don't we have that conversation tomorrow, okay? Let's all go to bed, get a good night's rest, and we'll talk all about heaven when we wake up.
You're never going to want to have this conversation, Gabrielle. You're always going to want to push it away, either by some hollow reason for disbelief or procrastination. You will never want that intimidating moment to be now. I've told you truthfully that on Sunday, at your judgment, we will go through it all. You're going to wish you'd done it now.
I understand what you're saying, my lord, but it has been an exhausting day of driving, and I'm still not exactly sober, so I think it would be best for both of us to revisit this when I'm rested.
Even if I couldn't see your heart, your tone wouldn't fool a toddler, let alone your creator.
You can see my heart?
Yes, I know your intentions better than you do.
Right, being God and all.
Naturally.
Well, that raises some obvious questions, doesn't it?
Oh, I'd hope so. I've been waiting for you to get on board so you can ask them.
No, I'm not getting on board. A real God wouldn't do this. A real God would appear as a floating, talking eyeball, or whatever. That'd be much more convincing. Or, hell, turn my glass into a frog. Then you've got me as your captive audience. All ears. Promise.
That isn't that easy, though.
Right. Why would it be? It would be an awful shame to offer any proof, I suppose.
In a way, yes.
Okay, come on. You want me to believe you're God, yeah? That's why you're here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so go on then. Speak to me in a big, booming voice from the sky. If you can do that, then sure, you're God. If not, then maybe it's you who needs to come to terms with an uncomfortable truth. That you aren't God. You're a product of Michael's brain.
I'm the creator of the cosmos and all inside of it, not a part of it. I'm not merely beyond your physical universe, but in another realm of existence entirely. My true essence has no translation here, no comprehensible form. I can only interact with your world by my pressing up against the boundaries of your reality. You have to be the one to sense me on the other side. If I shouted at you, you wouldn't hear me any more than the characters on your television screen could hear you hollering up against the glass. I speak through your world, not into it, every day, into every single one of you. I'm not Charlton Heston booming down from the sky. I'm your intuition. I'm the overheard conversations of strangers, sudden sparks of insight. Have you ever had a particularly meaningful fortune cookie? Nearly everything that you experience is my half of a lifelong, ongoing conversation between the two of us. And right now, because of the urgency of your circumstances, I've come to you this way, as directly and obviously as our distance allows.
It's good, man. It's good. It's a little convenient, though, isn't it? Your hands are tied from doing the one thing that would prove your story.
Can a video game programmer jump into his software and introduce himself to his characters? Can he walk around moving the ones and zeros with his bare hands? Or must he change the code from his dwelling space outside of the hardware? That doesn't mean the programmer doesn't exist. It just means that he doesn't interact with the data the same way that he does the physical world. And I don't interact with the physical world the same way that I do the spiritual.
So change the code then. Delete the couch from this living room.
I don't operate in the way you're asking me to. But that doesn't mean that I do nothing. I'm constantly at work in this world. My arms are chance and happenstance. My voice is synchronicity. But as I work within natural laws, you can dismiss everything that I do here as a coincidence or a natural phenomena or, in this case, mental illness.
Yeah, well, if you were God, you would know how this looks to me.
I know exactly what you're feeling. You're lying to yourself.
I think I know my own mind.
You can know your own mind when it's convenient for you, but Michael's lost his when it isn't. The truth here is that you have no knowledge and two choices. If you were in a situation with a mentally ill person, it could look like this, sure, but if what I've told you is true, and the sovereign and living God has given you a personal audience, it too would look exactly like this. From the limits of your perspective, both options are valid. Yet you choose categorically that one is true and the other impossible. As much as you want to believe you're doing the rational thing here, you're not making an intellectual decision. The question here is whether or not you have trust or doubt. And you're choosing doubt. I'm urging you to reconsider. You're letting the wrong things cloud your judgment, and it has put your eternity in jeopardy.
You can make anything sound reasonable as a hypothetical.
Then maybe it's just reasonable.
You can dress it up nice and pretty, but at the end of the day, people don't claim to be God because they are God. They claim to be God because they're unwell.
Do you have a reason to separate reality from a reasonable hypothetical about reality? Is your problem with the idea of God? Or do you just not want me here in your living room?
Doesn't matter what I want. This feels like a full-fledged assault on common sense.
Feels like. Does how you feel about something influence whether or not it's real?
No. But in this case, it's just plainly and obviously not true.
And that is absolutely true.
Yes.
Hey, didn't you say earlier that there were no absolute truths?
I think it's true at least.
You think so, but you can't know so. So why assert that your belief is reality?
All I know is my own truth, okay? I've managed to figure out what seems true, what seems moral and immoral, and I live by that.
So you've made yourself God.
And what if I have? Why shouldn't I create the rules for my own life?
Are you qualified? You already said you don't know what's true and what's not. What if you're wrong?
I know how to treat people with kindness and with love.
And could you give love if I didn't create you to be loving? Would you even know what love was if I hadn't invented it in the first place? You're borrowing from me. How are you a better judge of morality than the one who invented good?
I'm trying as hard as I can.
And I'm telling you, you don't have to try so hard. Not being God isn't denying you privileges. It's a kindness. Defining reality, discerning absolutes. These aren't your burdens to carry. Your role is to enjoy them.
I don't know how I would even begin to accept that.
You start by admitting you don't know that what I've told you isn't true. Because I can promise you, you don't. The world is a far stranger place than you're giving it credit for. Uncertainty is good, but admission of uncertainty is better. I can work with that. You're not going to have the answers you want about this in this life. The only way you can know these things is if I tell them to you, so trust what's being revealed to you right now.
I can't do that.
And you'll feel that way tomorrow, too.
I'm sure I will.
Well, as I've said, you're free to make that choice. It's just much easier if we talk about this now than on Judgment Day. I can't let you walk obliviously into the fire. But if you do so with your eyes wide open, I will respect the choice you make with the free will that I gave you.
I feel like I have my eyes wide open at all. I'm stumbling around blind, if anything.
And here I am telling you that I see clearly and to follow my voice.
Well, how do I know that you can actually see if you don't prove it?
You can't. You have to trust me. You've run from me your whole life, and I've let you because there was always tomorrow. And tomorrow you could come back. But now there's precisely one more tomorrow. That's it. And I really, really don't want to lose you.
Michael? Michael? God? Wake up. You piece of shit. What the fuck? What is this? Huh? Are you gonna kill me? You gonna fucking kill me? What the hell? You didn't even finish a fucking drink! Fuck. I am going crazy. I am going crazy! You better just be sick. You better fucking be God!
Hey, sorry, I didn't mean to, how'd you sleep?
Not at all. Mostly. Then badly.
I guess I slept on the couch last night.
Yeah, you passed out.
I don't think I'm used to drinking and smoking, you know?
That was something else. I've been around enough people tripping, and I have never seen anything like what you did. Or anyone so unresponsive. I literally thought you could have died for a second.
Good news is, I'm still alive. That's good news, right?
Yeah, of course.
I know what happened last night was really weird for you. It was really weird for me, too. Hearing what you said I did whenever I was on, I don't know, on autopilot or whatever, it must have been frightening. I can't express to you how sorry I am.
Well, you did it again. We were having a normal conversation, and you flipped right back into it.
I did? I promise I would never do anything intentionally to scare you. I don't know if there's anything I can say to smooth this over, or if this is just ruined now because of me, but I want you to know that these past few months have been wonderful. I'm just really sorry for screwing this up. So whatever we do from here, I'm just grateful that I had you in my life while I did. Anyway, that's all I have to say, so. I came up here to wake you up because it's a little past noon, and I wanted to see if you still wanted me to take you home.
I think what I really want right now is some privacy so I can take a shower. Okay?
Yeah. Okay, sure. Sorry. A million miles away. You showered fast.
Listen, how you treated me last night was beyond inappropriate.
I know, you're right.
Please just let me say this. I know that you're beating yourself up over this, and I think that's a good thing. I mean, you told me I was gonna die. I legit thought that you were gonna kill me. And I know you weren't really in control of what you're saying, but that's not an excuse. It came out of you. I saw a side of the man I loved last night that I thought was capable of hurting me. I almost stole your car and left you here. I was so scared.
Oh my God, really?
Yes, really. I don't know, I couldn't. Obviously. If you really did have some kind of psychotic break, I couldn't just abandon you here when the phones don't even work.
I wouldn't have blamed you if you did.
Good. I would have been totally justified.
You would have.
Totally in my rights.
I agree. It's a lot for me to take in, too.
You have to take it in. You have to know how serious this was for me.
Trust me, I get it. It's really serious for me, too.
Then, that said, if you know that, I need you to promise me if anything like this happens again, you're gonna see, like, a doctor.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And I think we should put a moratorium on getting stoned.
Absolutely.
All right, then. You're sorry, and we're in agreement. So, I don't think we have to break up. I really do love you, dude. And I'm still upset about everything, but I'm sorry for saying some of the things I said.
You don't have to apologize. I deserve it. I love you.
Yeah. Let's just try and put this behind us for the next couple days. Yeah?
Yeah. Gladly. Woo! Game. That's 2 out of 3?
No, it's cool. I'm fine with you just being better at this one than me.
Okay, let's play darts then. Here, I'm lousy at those. Okay, hang on, let me show you. Here. All right, take that. All right, keep your eye on where you're aiming, and your brain will fill in the rest, okay?
You know what? I don't think I'm very good at this one either. Why don't we just take it easy on the couch? Watch a movie?
Okay, yeah. Hey. I love you, you know.
I know. I love you too. You know, I could use a drink, actually. You want one?
Yeah. 7 and 7?
Day of summer.
What?
Well, they say the clock is still light.
Ought to get the extra daylight does us. Now, we've still got a 3-hour drive back. We're not going to be home until after midnight.
Well, if it really bugged you, Johnny, you wouldn't do it.
You think I want to blow Sunday on a scene like this? You know, I figure we're either going to have to move Mother out here or move the grave.
I broke us, didn't I?
She can't make a trip like this.
No,
Sure that she can.
I don't think so.
Candy left.
I don't know. I just
No.
don't feel quite right yet.
We still remember. I don't. You know,
It's okay,
I
isn't
don't
it?
even remember what the man
Yeah.
looks like.
Johnny, it takes
That's okay.
5 minutes.
I get it.
Yeah, 5 minutes to put the wreath on the grave and 6 hours to drive back and forth. Mother
I was
works
thinking,
forever, so we drive 200 miles into the country and she stays at home.
maybe this weekend just got a little too weird to salvage. Maybe we should just go home and try again another time.
Is that what you want?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming back on the air after an interruption.
Yeah, okay. Okay, then let's go back to the car. Sure about this?
I don't want to break up. I just don't think I'm gonna feel okay enough to have a good time this weekend.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Driving out of here doesn't change anything we've talked about.
You mean about us or what?
About us. About you. Leaving the cabin doesn't mean you're driving away from your death.
Michael, I thought we were done with this.
What have I said to give you the impression that we were done with this?
Not you, Michael. I was hoping since we were both sober, this wouldn't happen again.
That would make sense if this was caused by not being sober.
I just want to be in my own bed by myself. I want to go home.
Home is with me, Gabrielle. You need to understand that. You want comfort. You want security. I'm the source of all of those things. I know you want me. You love me. All you have to do is recognize me.
I can't do this right now. Bring Michael back. I want to go home.
That's where I'm trying to take you. So come. Come to the source of all joy, of all novelty and humor, of all rest and contentedness. Come to the source of all kinship and life. Come to the Spirit of God. Yes. I'm only here because our hearts long for each other. If you drive away from this place where I have approached you plainly, you're driving away from your Lord. You're making a choice. But since this decision is irreversible, you need to know what that truly means. You have a misconception about hell. It's not a punishment. It's a consequence. In this life, you are a small rowboat, adrift in the ocean without a map. I am an ocean liner pulling up alongside you and telling you I'm headed where you need to go. You have a choice. Either hitch your boat to mine and let me take you there, or push off from me and drift away. Life may be temporary, but you, Gabrielle, are eternal, made in my eternal image. Do you understand what happens if you push yourself off from me and all that I am? The most gentle push away from my ship may not get you very far after just a few hours or even a few days, but over eternity, infinitely far and farther yet. If you choose to rid yourself of me, you lose all of me. That fear you have now, that cornered feeling, you still have hope that this will end. Think of how you'll feel on your first step of that eternal walk into hell. The fear, the desperation with no hope of reversal, only the certainty that the terror and anguish will become worse. Can you feel the weight of that on your shoulders? Can you see why I've come to plead with you? It breaks my heart to offer you everything and see you requesting an inheritance of darkness. I need you to grasp this. You will be denying the divine image that I have placed within you that separates you from any other animal. You will feel only the primal fear of being prey. As your creator, your father, do you think I want to see you drift to the everlasting, knowing that with every moment of agony, every gnash of your teeth, every hunger pang, every shallow gasp for toxic air, every yearn for a drop of water, every longing for even another soul to commiserate with, that you are no closer to any semblance of relief. Imagine living a trillion years and being no closer than when you got there. The remorse that you could have avoided it all with one conversation. This conversation never leaves. If you drive away from this cabin, you're driving away from me. And directly into this fate. I've come to rescue you. I've come here to save you. I've come here because I love you. I made you. I made you specifically from nothing. Because you offer the universe something no other soul is able to. Losing you is worse than a parent losing their child. I want you in hell far less than you want to be there, but I do not drag people kicking and screaming into heaven. Paradise is an opt-in system, and you opt in by placing your trust in me, hitching your boat to mine. It's free. It's right there for the taking if you just take it. I've implored you, but I will not demand you. It is and must be your choice. And we'll both live eternally with the consequences.
Why are you doing this to me?
This is not to terrify you, though I know it does. We find ourselves in an airplane that I know is going to crash, and I'm begging you to put on a parachute, but you don't believe you need one. The most merciful thing that I can do right now is hang you by your legs outside of the plane and show you the drop you're facing. Maybe then you'll see why you need the parachute. Everything I've told you is what you get without me. Not desiring hell is enough to know you desire heaven. And desiring heaven is enough to know that you desire me. If you're terrified by the thought of hell, then you and I are on the same team. It is that simple.
I hate this.
What's the loving thing to do when someone is denying their own self-destructive behavior? Doesn't an intervention provide help for an alcoholic? No matter if it's personally difficult. Or is that too personal of a metaphor? I know the guilt hasn't left you. Doubt can serve you, or you it. And look where doubt got you in your mother's final days on Earth. It's sending you into an even worse fate now. You want knowledge, but this just isn't a knowledge test. My own know me. You know who I am, Gabrielle. I just need you to say it. Who am I, Gabrielle? We both know that you know the answer. Please tell me. Who am I? There's nothing left to say then. I have loved you from eternity past, and I will mourn you into eternity future. Goodbye, my Gabrielle. It's okay. I'll have you home in like 6 hours, and don't worry about calling me or anything until you're ready. What? What's wrong? Did I do it again? Gabby. Oh my God. Gabby, I thought this was drugs or whatever, but if this has happened, I'm completely sober right now. You have to take me home. I need help. I really need help.
Scared.
It's okay, baby. Look at me. Look at me. It's me. I'm back.
No, I don't want you back right now. I want him back.
Him? There's no him. Are you serious? It's me.
How do you know that? Some of the things he said, I just can't imagine them coming from your brain.
But they came out of my mouth.
Yeah, exactly. And he knew things. Michael, he knew something about my mother that I never told you.
That's not possible. That's not possible.
No, he said he knew that I had the opportunity to stage an intervention for her, and I didn't. And I have to think if she still had her health insurance when she got sick, she would. He knew how guilty I still feel.
He said that. He told you that specifically.
He said that this was like an intervention, and he knew my guilt, and then he mentioned my mom.
That's not the same thing as knowing. Your own guilt is forcing you to connect a bunch of dots that aren't really there.
You don't know that.
Gabby.
I want to talk to God again. Make him come back. Make him come back.
Stop making the breakdown that I'm having about you. You're not the one in danger here. My brain is breaking, okay? We have to go home.
I'm not driving like this. I can't do that.
We're in an emergency situation here, all right? You need to be brave. What if I have another episode while I'm driving? I could hurt us, or worse.
I'm not driving right now.
You have to.
No, he told me that if I left, he would accept that as my answer. I would be going to hell.
He didn't say anything. It's me. You're not dying. You're not going to hell. I said those things because I am sick. Here, take these keys. Take these keys from me, switch seats with me, and drive us home. Please, this is life or death, Gabrielle.
Why did you call me Gabrielle?
Because it's your name.
You never call me Gabrielle.
Take the keys. Come on, this could be seizures for all we know. Baby, we can't afford to waste our time. Please. Please.
Okay, God, please come back. I need to talk to you again. Please. I'm open, I promise. I just have some questions and I want to get to the bottom of what's happening.
It's no use, Gabby.
This doesn't concern you. This is between me and him.
It wasn't God that was talking to you. That was me. You need to get that through your head.
How would you know that? You weren't there. Please, God, talk to me through Michael again.
Why don't we black out the windows or light some candles or something?
A seance, dude.
Then what are we doing?
I don't know, prayer, I guess.
Prayer?
Yeah, prayer. Prayer. Dear God, if there is a God, I know you can hear me right now. I don't know what's going on with Michael. I just don't. But if I do have a creator, and if I have any obligation to you, I want to know. And if I'm in a dangerous situation and you can get me out of it, then I need your help. I am little, and you are big. I'm confused and scared, and I don't even know what I need or want right now, but you do. So, please, anything. Don't abandon me here. Shit.
Did anything happen? Did I do it again? See? See? It's not real. If God was talking to you through me, why wouldn't he answer that?
I don't know. Maybe it's too late. Maybe the car is my last chance and I blew it. Maybe I'm damned.
Let's just go home. This is all gonna be a bad memory, all right?
No, if this is really happening, then driving home finalizes it. As long as we're here, there's hope.
Okay. Okay. Let me make you some dinner. You barely ate today. I love you. Don't forget that, okay?
I love you too.
Probably won't be the most exciting part of the weekend anymore, but this does happen to be my specialty. Try to eat something. You need it, and it's delicious, if I may say so myself. Come on, it's not that horrid, is it?
No, just occurred to me that this could be my last meal. Am I going crazy?
I hate seeing you like this. Hey, look where you are. You're with me, okay? You're safe here. I'm not gonna let anything hurt you.
We could crash driving home on Sunday for all I know.
Then let's call off work and go back on Monday. I won't let anything happen to you. I promise.
You're sweet. You are, but this is bigger than you.
It really isn't. It is me. I'm the one who put this fear into you.
Okay, I find it more concerning that you're fighting so hard to tell me that nothing's really happening. You know, if you were screwing with me, you'd just let me believe it.
Or the more likely option that I have some sort of psychosis.
Yeah, well then your psychosis does a really fucking convincing God impression.
Okay, I know you're scared, but right now, there's nothing scary happening. Right now, we are a boyfriend and a girlfriend sitting down to have a nice, romantic, home-cooked dinner together. Don't worry about anything else. Let's just sit here and enjoy each other's company.
I don't know where I'm gonna be this time tomorrow. There is a wide range of possibilities, and one of them is in hell. How can you expect me to get that out of my mind?
Because it doesn't make any sense to believe that. Yeah, God doesn't use people as puppets.
Okay, well if he did, would the puppet know? We can't know for certain, and that means that there is a chance that my clock is ticking.
I'm so sorry that I've done this to you. I think we're both gonna need therapy after this.
Yeah, if there isn't after this.
You like the wine? Yeah? Me too. (1989) Malbec. Bottled in Napa Valley. You ever wonder if they just put random dates on these things? How do you know it was bottled in 1989, not like 2009? You think you could tell a difference?
Nope. I guess not.
In Napa Valley. That's kind of obvious, isn't it? If I was going to make up where my fraudulent wine came from, I would say Napa Valley. It's like an archetypical wine place. Even a bit of a cliche, right?
Okay, I appreciate you trying to take my mind off this. But please stop. I just want some silence for a minute, okay?
Just food for thought. Think this stuff could be bootleg bathtub wine?
I'm not worried about it. I'm sure there's some kind of regulation in place that keeps people from just lying about what they're selling like that. Okay?
Yeah. You're sure about that, though? How are you so sure?
What do you mean?
You said, I'm sure there is, not maybe there is. How do you know? Do you know there are regulations in place, or do you just trust that what the bottle says is true?
I don't know.
Yet you believe it. It's weird, right? If you think about it, really think about it, a majority of your life, your beliefs, your opinions, even things you hold to be cold, hard facts, they all have their foundation in faith, not knowledge, right? You believe without question that this wine was bottled in 1989 in Napa Valley. Why? Because it said so on a label? You haven't checked, you don't know. But you believe it. You trust authority for big stuff, like the sun is 93 million miles away. You see that in a textbook. You have no trouble believing it at all. From the littlest things to the largest foundations of your core beliefs are about reality. Almost everything you feel you know with certainty stems from faith. What's one more jump? I'm asking you to trust my answer to the biggest question because you trust that I'm the highest authority. There's another reason why I don't communicate with human beings against the boundaries of their reality while they're still in their lifetime. I'm not concerned with whether or not you believe in me. I want to know whether or not you trust me. And for there to be real trust, true faith, it has to grow in spite of a temptation to doubt. If you could be certain, if I was the safe option, well, that's not faith, is it? It's practicality. Yep, just like I suspected, that is crap wine from outside Pittsburgh. Who am I, Gabrielle? Who am I?
God.
The one and only. And what does that make you? A child of God. My daughter.
You didn't leave. Why didn't you answer me when I called out to you? I was desperate.
It wasn't the right time.
Why does it always have to be your time? Yeah, if you really loved me, then why not come when I needed you?
My time is your time. But by effectiveness, not need. Mysterious ways.
I need some air. So, you're really the creator of everything.
I am.
Of me? You created me.
Well, you're a part of everything, aren't you? I decided that you, specifically you, were so worthy of eternal love that I brought you into existence just to give that to you. And everything that I do out of my love for you.
So am I special in some way?
Of course. But every person is. I love every individual one of you so much that I created the entire universe for each of you alone.
I don't get it.
In all of history and all of future, there are trillions of you. But if it were just one person as the sole human being, I would have created everything for just the two of us. My undying love for every person doesn't overshadow the love that I have for you alone.
Okay, so everyone is just as important as everybody else?
In an important but specific way, absolutely.
Okay, well then, why me? Why give me this experience and not other people?
I reach out to everyone. Trust me, everyone. But it's only the people who have their hearts open to me that I can do anything like this for. It's not just who wants, it's who yearns, and you did. You loved me. You just didn't know me.
I wanted you? I told you to your face I thought you were a psychopath. I didn't believe you.
But you kept talking to me. Your heart wanted it to be true, but your mind just wouldn't let you accept it. Your heart matters. That stuff matters.
I can't believe this is happening.
No, but you do, don't you?
Yeah. It's just a little intense. I mean, you're fucking God. Shit, sorry.
You think that's something I haven't heard before? Don't censor yourself. I know your intentions. I want you to be honest with me.
Promise not to smite me or anything.
Oh, you've made so much progress today. You think I'd really throw that all away and smite you now?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know how you work. A few hours ago, you're gonna send me to hell. How do I know you won't get fed up and just do it?
Because I don't want you to go there. And I don't get fed up. Patience is sort of part of the whole God gig.
Okay, so what are I supposed to do? Am I good? Am I going to heaven?
Well, you've gotten over the first hurdle. You believe me. Now you have to trust me.
Okay, fine. I trust you.
Your heart has to trust me. Like I said, these things matter.
I do. I said I trust you.
Going to heaven isn't a matter of saying some magic words. You believe me, but you don't trust me. When the plane's going down, you have to believe in a parachute to know that it's there, but you have to trust it to put it on. When you're falling towards Earth, do you think that your belief in the idea of a parachute is enough to save you? Or do you have to trust it so completely that you put it on? You have to trust me. You've got to put me on.
I don't know how to make my heart trust you. That doesn't even sound like a real thing.
Of course it is. Here, hold out your pinky. You know what this is, don't you?
A pinky promise?
Yes. It is among the purest representations of trust that you have. You don't know, but you have a pinky promise. That means something. It's honored. Here. This is what I'm offering you. A pinky promise of the reality of the situation, of my character, of your destiny. You can't know, but you can accept my pinky promise as you've accepted Michael's before.
Yeah, but that's different. I know Michael. I'm just meeting you.
Oh no, you're just recognizing me. You fell in love with Michael. Why?
I don't know, I just did.
Tell me what you love about him.
He's gentle, funny, intimidatingly intelligent. He's caring.
Well, not to brag, but you're looking at the inventor of those things. People are only able to be gentle or funny or caring or kind or intelligent because they're made in the image of, well, you're looking at him. When you fell in love with Michael for the things that reflect me, you fell in love with me. You just didn't know it yet. That's how I know you're mine. Your heart wants me.
So how can I get it to trust you?
You could start by being honest about why you don't.
Well, I don't know that I don't.
Yes, you do. But you have to say that out loud, and you have to say it to me. That's how we work through this. You're anxious about putting it out there because you think that saying something will make me upset or telling me will make me withdraw. You think if you say it, it could damn you. You need to grab hold of two things. First, there isn't anything you can tell me that I don't already know. It's not a secret just because you haven't said it out loud. It is a festering wound. When you bring it to me, you're giving it air. What you're not doing is providing me with new information. I know it already, and I love you still. And second, there's nothing you can do to change the way that I feel about you. Unconditional love isn't a dull platitude. Unconditional has a real meaning here. Without conditions, even if it's harmful or even if you do something to upset me. You wouldn't kick your dog out of the house for chewing up your favorite slippers or smite your toddler for talking back. The love and responsibility are unconditional. If I withdrew from you because of something you said or did or felt, well, that'd be a condition, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. I just don't get it. You know? If you're God, okay, you are God, but if there's a God, then I just don't get it. I mean, you told me why you're not obvious, but you still left us alone with a lot of shit. With evil. Why would you let that happen? You let the Holocaust happen. You let people get kidnapped and raped and suffer constantly. Wars, earthquakes, children with fucking bone cancer. And then you judge us. You told me that I'm going to hell for eternity. What kind of perverted sense of justice is that? And then you show up here threatening me to love you and to trust you, or you're gonna send me to it? How am I supposed to trust you after that? You're holding a gun to my head and telling me that I have to get in line. You know, in what universe is that love? Unconditional love. You know, you made me. I didn't ask to be born. You put me here and you put me here how I am, right? So if I've got faulty hardware and I malfunction, then that's on you, dude. You're the designer. Where's the justice in punishing me forever for being exactly as you fucking made me? Where do you get off making people imperfectly and then damning them for being imperfect? You know, I was worried for a minute that Michael was a manipulative psycho, but the more that I think about it, the more that this feels like the abusive relationship. You know, you're holding my eternity hostage and I'm supposed to believe you're good? So okay. You're right, I believe you. You're God. And since you're God, you can go fuck yourself. I didn't mean that exactly. I mean, obviously I don't want to go to hell. I don't want to write you off and be tortured forever, but I don't fucking get it. And I'm scared, and to be honest, I'm pissed off.
Yes, good. Those feelings come from the divine spark that I've given you. You're right to be upset that anybody at all is in hell, because you know that they have value. You know that when things are wrong and people are hurt, that's not right. You know that because you weren't created to live among evil and injustice. Your soul wants perfection. Your soul wants me.
Yeah, but you created it. You made the world.
I did. But that doesn't mean that I like everything that happens in it. These things you're highlighting are things that grieve me as well. I yearn for justice. I mourn for those in hell the same as you. I gave humanity this world. But I did not create the evil in it. You did. All of you. Unlike some faulty hardware, you are a moral agent with a free will. Humanity chose evil voluntarily. Allow me to properly refocus your righteous anger.
Fine.
I'm building something. A community of people who live together as equals, treating each other with love and respect voluntarily. I don't want robots who do my bidding because they have to. I intend to live among my people, not rule over them. So the problem arises. How do we make a community of people who are not forced to be happy, but choose to? By giving them choice. Creating people inside of a utopia that have no choice whether or not to be there, who may not want to be there, who can't be anything other than peaceful and loving. That's more of a dystopia, isn't it?
How do you mean?
Which feels more real? A mindless automaton who is programmed to love you, or truly falling in love with someone as they genuinely fall in love with you?
So that's what this is about? You want people to love you?
Yes. And true love is voluntary, not compulsory.
There has to be a better way to have people fall in love other than throwing them into evil.
Is there? I'm quite literally the source of all things you hold as good. All of it. You're made in my image, yes? So you're naturally inclined to find joy and peace in things like, well, for starters, joy and peace. But I'm not looking for people with Stockholm Syndrome here. If someone is going to meaningfully choose to spend their eternity with me, they need to know what the other option is. And what is the opposite of love?
Hatred.
Sure. And the opposite of joy, despair. The opposite of all that is good is all that is evil. So I create my own adversary. The physical personified embodiment of all that I am not.
The devil.
If it helps you to think of him that way, sure.
There's an actual devil? Like a literal Satan.
The way you're imagining him elevates him to a certain status that he's never had. He's less of some all-powerful enemy of humanity and more of a really strong perspective. He's an existential enemy more than anything.
Isn't he the one responsible for all the awful shit that happens in the world?
No, you are. That's a royal you there. I'm whispering into all of your ears, and so is the adversary. You make a choice of which of those suggestions align with your soul. You're free to do so. And having given you that freedom on purpose, I will respect the choice you make with it.
You respect us so much that you burn us in hell when we make the wrong choice? There has to be a better way.
Okay, here. Let's say you're God. What do you do differently?
Easy. Everybody goes to heaven.
Wow, everybody? That's a bold move. Some might accuse you of eternal kidnapping.
Who wouldn't want to go to heaven?
You've met people who enjoy conflict. Selfish people, violent people. You think they're gonna start singing Kumbaya because they're in paradise?
I don't know, maybe.
What if they don't? Wouldn't they just turn heaven back into earth? Good folks and bad folks suffering together?
Okay, well, I would give everyone a chance and then kick them out if they screwed up too much.
But in the meantime, they can muck around in heaven. Wouldn't that diminish paradise for the good people trying to enjoy it? Can you see why you would need a screening process? Perhaps a lifetime to allow people to sort themselves into or out of it?
So that's what life is? A screening process.
You can think of it that way?
Okay, fine. So, a lifetime to weed out the Hitlers and the Jeffrey Dahmers, I get that, but I mean, I wouldn't do this to people like me. I'm a pretty good person, generally. Aren't I?
Depends on who you're comparing yourself against. Against Hitler or Jeffrey Dahmer, sure, but compared to my goodness, compared to the goodness of paradise, are you perfect? If I told you you had to earn heaven, how confident are you that you actually deserve it?
Who can answer that?
I can. And if you're saying that you don't know, aren't you really telling me that you can't be sure? That you may have done some things to void your ticket?
Okay, yeah, but it's not like my worst moments are all that I've done. I've been the Good Samaritan too.
Yeah, but take out all the good you've done out of obligation, wanting people to like you, wanting to like yourself, hoping for some sort of reciprocation or reward. How many moments of genuine altruism do you think you've had in your life?
I don't know, dude, but it isn't zero. Is it?
No. There have been some.
Then those should count. If I'm the judge, then those moments count for something.
Yeah, that'd be a strange courtroom though, wouldn't it? Would you offer John Wayne Gacy a pardon for the murders just because he brought joy to children as a party clown?
No.
See? When you have to pass judgment on the evil someone's done, the good they've done is irrelevant.
Just seems cruel.
Tell you what, if you got a better idea, tell me.
What about karma?
So simple. Why didn't I think of that? What is that, like a point system?
Why not?
You tell me. What do you tell the person who was 1 point away from getting into heaven? I'm so sorry, Miss Fillmore. If you'd have just picked up your neighbor's kids from soccer practice one more time, well, eternal damnation for you then. Is that more fair?
I would make an exception.
What about the people who were 2 points off? 3? We back to everybody gets in?
Okay, fine, it's a firm line. I get it, God has to make tough decisions, but fair is fair, and 1 point is 1 point.
Wow, it's very bureaucratic of you. Critics might call you legalistic. So now, what about the guy who's done good his entire life, right? But molested a child a couple of times. I'm sure his karma score would be pretty high. You let him in?
Maybe especially bad crimes have a one strike and you're out rule.
That's an idea. There you go. What are these especially bad crimes then?
Cold-blooded murder, rape.
Why those?
Because they make you a bad human. They destroy people.
Yeah, but what about liars and bullies and thieves? Don't they hurt people? They destroy people too, right?
I mean, yeah, but if you did away with the murderers and the rapists, then that's a good start, right?
Good start, yeah, but an eternal paradise is finished, isn't it? When you imagine yourself in a place where you can have your stuff stolen, where you can't take people at their word, where you can be made to feel bad or inferior, are you imagining yourself in heaven?
No.
There's the rub. We want an eternal place of perfect goodness. Any bit of evil destroys what we're working towards.
But that would mean that telling a lie and murder are equal.
I never said they were equal. Think about a deck of cards. Would anybody say that a king and a 3 are equal?
Of course not.
What happens if we build a house of cards? Any card removed from that delicate tower and it'll collapse. It doesn't matter if that's a king or a 3.
Okay. This is just making it sound impossible to judge a person's moral choices fairly.
Oh, it's possible. It's just really bleak. If I judged you all fairly, no one would get in. I'd be alone in paradise. I may as well have not created anything. Trust me, you don't want my fairness. You want my mercy.
You said that life was a screening process, yeah? A test?
I did.
So then what's the point if everyone fails? What are you doing here?
If everyone is on an equal playing field of moral disqualification, then maybe, that's not the most important part of deciding who can get along in heaven.
It's not a moral test.
Bingo.
Okay, well then, what about all the people who spend their lives trying to be good? It just doesn't matter?
Practically speaking, it matters a great deal. It makes the world a better place. But nobody chooses to be that way 100% of the time. Or for the right motives, at least not in a way that could allow someone to earn heaven. Even little things, like hiding a smoking habit, come from a heart that deceives.
Wait, you know I smoke? Does Michael know I smoke?
Nope.
Then why didn't you just start there if you wanted me to believe it this whole time?
You would have assumed Michael smelled it on your clothes. You trust me or doubt me first. Then you block out what doesn't fit.
That seems so petty though. I mean, I'm damned because I'm not vocal about my vices.
That's just one small fruit that grows in a heart composed of evil soil. One that serves itself, not one that loves and trusts others first. I see what you would do if the societal shackles of law and order were let loose, and you could do anything that you desired. It's in everyone, to some degree. Doesn't really bode well for what you would do in paradise. I need people that will retain perfection voluntarily. It's a blessing that this isn't a moral test.
You let terrible, evil things happen to us, and then you just take the ones who suck up to you into heaven. That's some Job shit.
If anything, you're all like Adam and Eve. Remember them, don't you?
You damned all of humanity because they ate an apple.
That's not exactly the point of that illustration. You have any more ideas on how to restructure my universe, or you got time for a quick story?
Go ahead.
I'm playing the long game. In the beginning, I gave humanity a prototype for the paradise that I'm building. A world separate from mine where they could do as they pleased without destroying heaven. Now the question on the table is, how do I sort out those who can get along peacefully in heaven? I gave them the bare minimum required for a test, something they weren't permitted to do, but the freedom to do it. The story you're familiar with, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, I set things up so that eating from the tree would allow humanity to behave imperfectly. It gave the choice if a person chose it, to commit evil. I explained to them in no uncertain terms that eating from the tree would bring only suffering, only death. It wasn't a moral test since, well, eating from the tree would have awakened the capacity for there to be morality in the first place anyway. It was a test of whether or not my people trusted me. It could have been anything. The point was, if they trusted me and no one ate, no evil would enter the world. No suffering. Trust isn't trust unless it is given in spite of a reason to doubt. So I gave the adversary a voice in the garden. He told them I could be lying. He said, "Seek certainty over trusting my word." And that's what they did. You'd hope it wouldn't be the first people. You know, maybe we get a few generations in before it all falls apart, but right away, cards collapsed. And as a result, all of their descendants, you, are imperfect and broken. You could have paradise back tomorrow if you all collectively chose it, but there are none among you who truly do. You can all choose evil, and at some point, you at least dip your toes into its waters. So what's left is this system where you're faced with the same decision that the first people once had. Do you trust the voice of faith? Or the voice of doubt?
It still doesn't seem fair. I mean, Adam and Eve didn't have to guess whether or not you even existed.
That clearly didn't help, did it? They still ate. The test remains the same as long as there are equal voices of trust and doubt.
Okay. I'll bite.
Unfortunate choice of words.
I meant figuratively.
Ah, carry on then.
So, you take the ones who trust you into paradise.
Yep.
I get that. But if we're all evil anyway, how come we don't just fuck heaven right back up once we get there?
I restore your shattered perfection after you die. I give you the same choice the first people once had, to choose to be perfect. By making up heaven of those people who trust me, I've decided for the ones who wouldn't eat from the tree. People who will keep within the boundaries of goodness that I've set because they trust me when I say certain things will only unleash suffering. The rules aren't just there so I can exert my authority.
Okay, fine. So, you get your perfect kingdom one day. I know, I think that I do. It's just a lot for me to say it.
Huh? What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I asked if you liked the wine.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah, you did. Yeah, I do like it.
Why was it so hard for you to say, goofball? No. No. No! Okay. Tell me it didn't happen again. It didn't happen again, right?
He was here.
Gabby, we have to go then.
No,
I'll clean up.
no, Michael,
I'll clean up. You
it's
pack the
real.
car and we'll
It's all
leave.
real. We
all
had
right?
this long talk and it was fascinating and frightening and I don't know, overwhelming, but
it's
it
not
much
God
better.
that's talking to
Yes,
you.
it is. He didn't leave. I still have a chance. I still
Stop
have
it.
a chance.
Stop it!
God exists. There's an order. There's good out there and all this bullshit.
That
Actual
may be,
real
that may be,
perfection
but God's not talking to you.
Yes, he is. I know you don't believe it, but I...
Shut the hell up! I'm trying to tell you something, so listen to me, okay? I haven't been honest with you. I lied about my deepest, darkest secret. I mean, the plain story happened, but I have a history of mental illness in my family. My dad had schizophrenia. I showed some of the early signs of it. Delusions of grandeur, disorganized thinking. Junior year of college, I dropped acid and it all clicked for me. I thought I was special because I was God. I had just somehow forgotten, but now I remembered and slipped back into this God persona. It took months of hospitalization and therapy for me to get back in touch with reality, and I have always worried that my grasp on it was not as strong as it once was. That's what's happening here.
No, that can't be.
I'm telling you, this isn't real. I could be consumed by this persona, and who knows if I can come back this time. I'm afraid. And you should be too.
I'm not afraid anymore. You don't know what this is. I do. And it's nothing like psychosis.
I have a history of it.
That's a coincidence. Maybe it's why God chose you for this in the first place. Because your brain was already open to speaking for him.
Stop justifying my illness. Okay, you're smarter than this.
Or maybe it's because you really are God, Michael. Maybe that's true.
Hearing you say that I'm God is not what I need to hear right now, okay? You need to take me home. Stop buying into this fantasy and get me out of here.
God said that you wouldn't understand. He said that I would have to tell you, but he's really here, I promise you.
How are you this fucking dumb, you dumb bitch? You're buying into the ramblings of a madman. You understand that? Pack your fucking bags, put them in the fucking car, and drive me the fuck home!
I didn't know you were even capable of speaking to me.
Yeah, and I thought you were a reasonable person. Instead, I'm learning how selfish you are. You're making my breakdown about you!
I don't know what's happening right now exactly, but I do know that you're at least Michael right now in this moment. And I am disgusted with you.
Good. All the more reason to leave.
I have no interest in sitting in a car with you for 6 hours right now. I'm sleeping downstairs tonight. Clean the place, pack the car, and I'll take you home in the morning. Yeah, hi, is this Diane Hausman? Right, of course. This is Gabrielle Russell. I'm actually dating your son. No, I know it's late, but it's actually kind of urgent. I wouldn't have woken you otherwise. I think so. I just learned some parts about Michael's past, and I was hoping you could give me some more information. Just like the stuff with your family history with schizophrenia and his hospitalization a few years ago. Michael's dad has schizophrenia, doesn't he? No. That's okay. I would assume you know if he did. But Michael did have like a breakdown in college, right? It's not important. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's what must have happened. One more thing. Do you trust Michael? No, I'm not asking if you have a reason not to. Do you trust him? Yeah. Definitely. Good night.
I didn't know you smoked.
Yeah, well then I guess we're both learning something on this trip, aren't we?
And what are you doing? Sneaking around in my room.
I didn't have any of my stuff downstairs. I wanted a cigarette. Sue me!
And where does my phone factor into that exactly? Yeah. Not as graceful as you thought you were.
I called your mom, okay? I know.
Know what?
That you're full of shit. Your dad isn't a schizo. You were never
You're
hospitalized.
gonna believe her? My mom's a lying cunt! She's saving face. She doesn't want any mental illness sullying up that good family name of
That's
ours.
not true. She was legitimately concerned when I asked. It did not sound like she was sweeping something under the
Then
rug.
clearly she didn't know!
How would you know that about your dad, but his wife wouldn't, huh? And how could you hide months of a mental break in treatment? Look, I don't know what you're trying to accomplish with all this, but I know you are lying. I know, and you are not gonna pull this over on me.
Aren't you the world's greatest detective, huh?
I don't know what the hell you could possibly be getting out of this. The man I fell in love with is just another one of your personas, isn't he? Because you're even less like yourself now than when you're gone. You're not my boyfriend.
You know, I was being sarcastic before. Maybe you are a decent detective. I'll even give you a genuine clap this time, huh? Big guy's not the only person that could pull this trick. Granted, we use different methods, but the end result, always...
I asked you, who are you?
You know who I am!
No, you can't be.
Yeah? Think your pussy whipped bag of a boyfriend's got the stones to talk to you like this? What? You scared of me?
No, I just hate you. I want my boyfriend back.
Oh, you hate the creator. Don't pretend to hate me, too. We're allies in this thing. You and I, we're old pals.
I don't know if you really are the devil or if you're just some other personality, but I don't want anything to fucking do with you.
Why? Is it because you're scared of me? Think I'm dangerous? Think I might kill you? Is it because you know it's Sunday and you might die? Tick-tock. Tick-tock. Tick-tock.
shit, holy shit.
Yeah, that's exactly what this is. Some holy shit. What are you gonna do with that, huh? You gonna kill Michael? Go ahead, bitch. I'll still be around. Your precious boyfriend will rot here while you rot in hell. How confident are you that this isn't really happening? Yeah, why don't we bury the hatchet? We've got an eternity to spend together.
We're not spending eternity together.
Oh, yes, we are. The last time you talked to the chief, you may as well have spit in his face. It's game over, honey. I'm here to collect. Face it, your time's up. You had your chance and you blew it. Hey, look at you. Oh, I thought you said you weren't afraid of me. No matter. You're afraid of God. You're afraid of me. I think maybe you're just weak.
Fuck up, asshole.
I knew you were my daughter. God's little Boy Scouts don't talk to people that way. Hey, why don't you relax while you're down there and hear me out, huh?
But you can fuck off!
Is this how you want to spend the last few minutes of your life, huh? We could be chatting amicably, preparing for hell. Not some horned beast, you know. Mr. A to Z just paints me that way because I have the audacity to be something other than a yes man! So why don't you hear me out, huh? Why don't you hear me out?
Never!
You don't have fucking choice! How strong is Michael? Can you throw you off here? Huh? Oh, pretty strong, I guess. I can definitely throw you over. You're gonna listen to me.
You're not gonna sway me.
I don't have to sway you. You made your choice. Hell begins now. This isn't my pitch. It's your orientation. God doesn't care about you. Not unless you're following his decrees. That's all he is. Do's and don'ts. And so many of them are so fucking inane and arbitrary. The only thing he's building is a cosmic dictatorship where you are on your knees, forced to do exactly as he says. That sound like paradise to you? Where I'm taking you is the paradise. Somewhere you can do as you will. That's the whole of my law. You want something? Take it. It's yours. And nobody tells you you're wrong. Not even the Celestial Homeowners Association that goes breathing down your asshole!
Where do you draw the line?
I don't. You do. And everyone else draws theirs. And nobody gets to tell each other who's right or wrong because you're all gods.
And if someone wants to rape or torture?
No. That's the right of a god, isn't it? To do as they please. If you want to do something, who's going to tell you you're wrong? That's the right of a god, isn't it? You didn't ask to be made. Nobody did. I sure didn't. Heaven's CEO made that executive decision without us. He's the one who chose to bring about a life rife with misery and pain. Look around. This is what happens when something all-powerful just gets to unilaterally create life. It suffers. Existence is an oversight, a mistake. But because some guy decided that he had to be worshipped or he couldn't spend an eternity all the fuck alone, he chose you to live among the scum and the bile. None of this should be here! But since it is, I'm here to save you. I'm gonna take you out of that filth in which you were created, and I'm gonna make you a god. Ain't that noble of me? The offer still stands.
about you is noble. I know your type. You're just another prick who can't stand being told what to do. A bully who loves making people miserable. You're not a god. You're not gonna make me a god. You know what, you're right. I don't particularly like rules, but I'm not in the habit of tearing down fences when I don't know why they were put there. So if his laws keep people from being anything like you, then I guess they're there for a good reason. If you're the opposition to God, then God must be the best possible thing.
It was a nice speech. But you're still joining me. And you'll like it so much better there than under the thumb of the king's rules and regulations.
I heard all about hell and it's nothing like what you're saying.
Yeah, well, who'd you hear that from? God? He doesn't know. He's never been there, and neither have you. Why don't you go see for yourself?
Dear Lord.
He's not listening! Besides, you don't want to go to heaven. Don't you want to be where your mother is? I bet she could really use a drink right now. 4 years down. Infinity to go!
Dear Lord, please, I don't care if you take my life tonight. Just don't let me go in there, please. No more questions, I trust you, I promise. So please just take me home, please.
This isn't over. I'll see you on the other side. I knew you were mine.
I love you, I trust you.
I love you so much. What's going on? Where are we?
It happened again.
It happened again. What happened?
Well, a lot of things, but he was here.
Who was here?
God?
What? How much weed did we smoke?
And then he was like holding me over the fucking balcony. And I called out to God, and then he came back and we hugged and basically just professed our love for each other. And then you were back. Like, really back.
The last thing I remember is dancing with you in the living room. And you're trying to tell me that was 2 days ago?
Wow. Yeah. Oh, it feels so nasty knowing I spent so much time with him. I even kissed him.
Well, you thought he was me, so I can't really hold you responsible for cheating on me with the devil.
He's a subtle bastard, that one.
I'm so sorry.
No, don't be. It wasn't you.
That's a hard pill to swallow.
Listen, I know this probably won't mean much at this point since I can't have more than a few hours left, but I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
You have me. For as long as that is. You scared?
Of the transition, but I mean, exchanging Earth for heaven can't be all bad.
I really, really love you.
I love you too.
Wow. Oh, wow. God really does this? Wow. It's so beautiful. He's so beautiful.
What was that all about?
I let him feel my presence as I came through. He was still struggling with it for a bit.
What? He gets to know you just like that? Why couldn't you do that for me?
I dealt with Michael in his own way long ago. He was tuned into me enough to use him as a conduit for you. I'm just letting the radio hear the song it played. You know, you embellished a bit when you told Michael what happened.
Well, what can I say? I have a flair for the dramatic, I guess. I mean, you made me that way.
If it makes you feel any better, the drama you added, it only conveyed how all those things you couldn't describe really felt. It's not quite the same as lying.
Hey, can I ask you something?
He lied. She made it. She's with me.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
He's such an asshole.
Yeah. Yeah. It's okay. You can ask.
When does it happen?
If you don't mind the spoilers, 61 years from this June.
Wait, but you said... I thought I died this weekend.
You did. On that balcony this morning, the old you did die. You're a new woman, Gabrielle.
You said I was gonna die, actually, physically.
What can I say? I guess I have a little flair for the dramatic, too. I did make you in my image, after all.
Fair enough.
Although, if you hadn't come to me, he genuinely would have killed you on that balcony. But now, well, you can't leave yet. You guys have a lot of heaven to bring into this place for me.
Really?
Oh, yeah. You're on my payroll now, kid. And I've got a lot for you to do.
What do I have to do? How will I know? Is it gonna be as
Hey.
scary or as dangerous as...
Hey? You trust me, right?
Completely.
Then you know everything's gonna be okay, don't you?
The sunrise is beautiful.
Thank you.